Is Wonder Woman human? Now I know, some of you out there are instantaneously going to say, well, she's an Amazon. But I'm asking, what exactly does that mean? Well, this does not have as straightforward of an answer as you might think. So, in order to get to the bottom of this, we're going to have to touch upon some Blade Runner level philosophy, as well as some Greek mythology and some comic book history. Because today, okay, so Diana is depicted as being an Amazon, but scientifically speaking, what exactly is that? Well, depending on which version of Wonder Woman we're talking about here, we can have any one of several answers, as there are multiple origins for the character as well as multiple origins for the Amazons. The original creator of Wonder Woman, William Moulton Marston, gave the origin story that the Amazons were created out of clay from Aphrodite, and they ruled Amazonia, that is, until they set sail for Paradise Island, where they would be free from the world of man. Diana is also made out of clay, but by the ruler of the Amazons, Queen Hippolyta, instead. And under this original origin, it seems that the Amazons are not human, as Diana is said to be the youngest, the strongest, and the most human of the Amazons, implying that they are not human to begin with. Although this origin does get an adjustment, which does push them more on the other side of the line. After Crisis on Infinite Earths, they were now said to have been created by Artemis. This was slightly altered in Secret Files and Origins number 2, where it was said that they were created by Gaia instead. Either way, now their origin was that they were created from the souls of women who had their lives taken from them by men, and were now given new, stronger bodies made out of clay that was turned into flesh and blood, thus making them human in origin, but do they still remain as such in their new bodies? It's like if you get a new robot body, are you still a human? Or if the clay was turned into flesh that was indistinguishable from the real thing, hypothetically speaking, does that make you still human? See what I was talking about with the Blade Runner thing here? Another point for consideration is the character of Donna Troy. Well, she is considered an Amazon, but she doesn't always have the same origin. Now, I do not have time to get into all of her wildly different origins here, but to put it simply, sometimes her Amazonian heritage is rather to the point. However, one of her origins, which just happens to be probably the most popular, Donna starts out as a regular human who is rescued by Wonder Woman and is then brought to Paradise Island where she is given powers. Therefore, if one can become an Amazon and it's not something that you have to be born into, this does lead more to the idea that they are humans and that Amazon is just a specific group of people, but people nevertheless. Then, in the other super retconning event, the New 52, the origin was changed yet again. This time they were simply a race of super strong women who would 3 times a century, leave their island and raid ships on the high seas and mate with the men on board. They would then raise the female children who were born and discard the boys who were given to Hephaestus. But this origin, like many things in the New 52, didn't go over so well, and therefore in DC Rebirth, they reverted back to the original origins. Well, mostly. As for Diana herself, she is a bit of an exception to this rule. While she was originally created from clay like the rest of her Amazonian sisters, after the New 52, she was said to be the biological daughter of Hippolyta and Zeus. Now, Diana's father is classified as an Olympian, which is indeed considered a different species. So, at best she's half human. That is, if you count the Amazons as being human in the first place. Well, there you go. Is Wonder Woman human? Well, I guess it all depends on how you want to look at it. How do you look at it? Well, let me know down in the comments and make sure you're subscribed to this channel. And as always, Dave knows.